Her Barbarian Alien by Lacey Carter Andersen. Chapter 1. Panic welled inside Kaci's mind as sweat beaded her forehead. It's everywhere. I don't want to care, but I have no choice. It never gives me a choice. Dust! The virus commanded, bringing with it another wave of terror that rocked her body and twisted her stomach. Dust! Now! Now! She could fight it, but she already knew it would win. It always won. Eventually. Gritting her teeth, she grabbed a clean, perfectly folded rag from under the sink. She wiped the offending particles from the top of her white vid screen, then dusted the base for good measure. When she was finished, she took several steps back and let her gaze run over the vid screen. It sat in the corner of the room, like the first item in a brand new place, not a single piece of dust visible to her eye. Her relief was marred by sadness. My house is perfectly clean now, and empty. So different from when my sister was here. But the virus wants cleanliness, always cleanliness. So I simplified, removed everything I used to cherish, and everyone. A loud commercial interrupted the soft music that had been playing on the vid screen. The familiar voice caused everything inside her to tense. The president stood, her back straight, her plain gray clothes a subtle reminder of the seriousness of what she was about to say. My fellow Americans, we had hoped to avoid a draft, but the time has come. The names of all women between the ages of 19 and 29 were placed in a lottery last night, and soldiers are already on their way to the homes of the women selected. The news crews in the audience started shouting questions, but the president held up her hand for silence. We have no choice. The process is so selective that less than 1 in 500 passes the test, and there aren't enough volunteers for testing. This simply must be done for the survival of the human race. But please remember, each woman who passes the test will be given $1 million to leave to whomever she chooses. The president nodded to 2 men in military gear on either side of her. We are sending 2 soldiers to each house to collect the women who are drafted. We want to avoid instances of fighting or fleeing when selected. Please do not make this any more difficult than it already is. The aliens have made their agenda very clear, and we have nothing to do but sacrifice a few to save the many. This is a great honor. The women who join the Star Squad will fight to save billions of innocent lives. She paused, her expression gentling. But remember, you still need to pass the test. Even if you are drafted, chances are small that you will be chosen. The camera zoomed in on her close-up face. Give your life for those you love. It is the ultimate sacrifice. The commercial ended with a flash of the daily countdown. 7 days until the return. Followed by one advertising the latest police-sanctioned hovercraft. Then her soft music began to play again. Kaci's gaze strayed to the pamphlet lying on one of her white couch cushions. I knew this is the right thing to do, so why am I so afraid? The answer was simple. You just don't want to hurt her, to abandon her when she's lost so much already. But despite her guilt, Kaci heard a different count in her mind. 7 days. 7 days until I die.